Housing or treatment? What comes first? A question at the center of Portland's homelessness debate, and Councilor Steve Novick is weighing in.
These new drugs, which have huge impacts on people's brains, changes the calculus a bit.
Councilor Novick previously backed a housing first model as the mayor fast-tracked opening overnight shelters.
Yeah, obviously, putting people in shelters who need mental health support, if the shelters don't have the mental health support, doesn't get you very far.
Portland is learning the hard way, with the addiction crisis now threatening the city's affordable housing supply, Novick warns.
And we need more of an emphasis on residential treatment beds and on transitional housing where people have support and supervision. And if we don't do that, the entire affordable housing edifice is going to fall apart because you've got people who aren't able to take care of themselves going into housing without supports.
I know that there are people in here that have that problem.
For 13 years, Rochelle has called downtown Portland affordable housing home and knows the reality that can come with it.
Oh, noise and people screaming sometimes.
Because if you just put a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of issues in one place, they're just going to create a big area of issues.
And I firmly believe that you need to address those issues prior to being given the keys to a house.
Lance Orton runs City Team.
We see it time and time again.
A Portland nonprofit providing housing and recovery services for those experiencing homelessness and addiction.
And our affordable housing network is at risk right now. You've got buildings just down the street here in Old Town that you can't move people into because they're in such terrible shape, or people are so terrified because of the drug dealers that are coming in.
Councilor Novick wants city money to support affordable housing providers dealing with the side effects of the crisis.
Because they have these financial problems that are driven largely by the addiction and mental health crisis.
Coming November, there's some really important elections coming at the county level and at the city. And one of the most important questions to be asking is, what do people feel? How do they feel around this housing versus recovery? And how can we do it better?
Okay, Councilor Steve Novick acknowledges the city isn't the authority on mental health. That's the county's responsibility. And the county controls most of the funding to address this crisis. But he wants the city to help change the narrative, pushing for mental health and addiction treatment before housing. Experts tell me housing first does work, especially when the root cause of homelessness is economic. But state data shows about half of people experiencing homelessness in Portland have a mental health or substance use disorder. And one more important note, Novick is running for re-election in November. We've also reached out to the 5 other councilors running for re-election for their perspectives. But now we want to hear from you. What do you think should come first, housing or treatment and mental health support? Maybe you have lived experience, so let us know. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.